Hey, welcome back. We're at the boat again. We haven't been here in a while, and that is because we put a coating of gel coat on the boat and it never set. It's probably my fault. It absolutely was my fault. The gel coat was kind of old and it was kind of iffy. I had tried it in a few different spots. It seemed to work. Of course, when I coated the whole deck, didn't work. So this is what I've been doing. You can see here, all the gel coat has been removed. Except for the stuff that actually stuck, because some of it did stick. What we ended up doing was we went through about 3 gallons of acetone and a bunch of rags, and we just kept wiping until we got everything that was going to come off. Then we sanded. And I mean, sand is not a bad thing for the surface. Not really for me. It wasn't a good thing, that's for sure. But yeah, it did help us get some things a little bit smoother. We found a couple spots that we needed to touch up, so we got that all done. But what we're doing today, if you take a look, we still have the console that has yet to really be coated. The 2 seats, they were both coated, before I even put them on. You know, we had put a coating on them. So we're going to go ahead and see how far we can get. We're going to got a couple different things we're going to try as far as applications go. I have a foam roller. I have the regular rollers that I have been using. What our goal here is pretty simple. We are going to put maybe 4 inches. We're going to come across, and we're going to keep that smooth. So what we're going to do is actually do a rim all the way around, and then we're going to down here, we're going to do about the same thing, come about 4 inches out, so we can smooth that out. The reason for that is we're going to tape onto the smooth, and then everything else is going to be no slip or no skid, which makes our job a little bit easier because we don't have to worry about sanding as much. But we do have to sand this. You can see I had put a coat on here. I don't know how well you can see it. There's some heavy brush marks in here. I didn't really want to sand it too much. I just wanted to make sure that this new gel coat was working, and it seems to be working. We came in here, and this right here is just going to be a box. Nobody's going to see this thing except if you lift the lid. So we just coated this real quick with some gel coat. We're going to have to give it just another quick coat. We're not worried about finishing this anything more than it's finished, which is, that's really not. It wasn't even really sanded. Kind of sloppy, but it's fine because it's no need sanding something you're not going to see. So as we come over here, we got this right here is going to be a walkway. You're not even going to see this whole, like from here down, because the sides come up here. This is only going to be a thin area. Of course, you're going to see this. All of our hatches, which we only have the 2 hatches cut out. I do want to cut 2 more hatches. We're going to do the same thing though. We're going to do an area around the hatches so that we can make those smooth, put the hatches on, then we'll go ahead and tape around them so we have like that nice little gutter effect around it. And back here, yeah, this has kind of been a sore subject the whole time because, you know, originally we were just going to screw this thing down and caulk it in, and it would have been nice and easy. I would have already hit sides up. I got the brilliant idea. Let me go ahead and actually fiberglass it in. It's been a nightmare, but it's in, and hey, we're ready to gel coat, so let's get on it. All right, so we're going to start right here. This is about where we left off. Just want to see how this is going to work. I'll tell you what, it goes on pretty smooth. Okay, so I got a fresh roller, fresh brush, and I mixed up 8 ounces this time. So let's see how that does. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and shoot into the future here for a minute. As you probably have guessed, putting this gel coat on with a roller is a bit of a nightmare. If I was to do it again, yeah, I probably would rethink doing some of the big areas with spray. The problem is, you know, I'm working under this tent here, and I would have had to put plastic up all the way around. The front of the boat is actually even with the tent, but the back of the boat hangs out of the tent. So that would have added some difficulties, but I mean, we could have gone past it. I chose to do the roller, figured it would be okay. I knew I was gonna have to do some more sanding and you're gonna see a lot of sanding. So what we ended up doing with, you can see the pieces in the back now, and like I said, I'm coming to you from the future, so it looks like I was able to achieve my ultimate goal here. But you'll see there's a lot of work involved. A lot more than even I thought about. I mean, we actually got to the point where people were joking with me like, oh, what are you doing next weekend? Sanding? Yeah, I was sanding. A lot of sanding. Now, why did I stop tipping? What happened was, I'm in South Florida, so you have to go by your time that you have with the gel coat. Down here, my time is very short. I might get 10 minutes out of a mix of gel coat before it starts to set up and really get thick. Now, I didn't thin any of my gel coat. I could have thinned it out a little bit, but I was trying to build up as thick a surface as I could. So I didn't thin anything out. And what I was finding is, as I was rolling, I had to actually go back with the brush real quick because it would start to pull. So I think, at least for me down here, where I don't have a lot of time with the gel coat, 2 people would have been a lot better, because I could have had one person just coming, you know, behind me with the brush the whole time. That didn't happen. I just had the brush. Just had the roller. So the surface that the roller was leaving was it truly was like an orange peel. And if you look at the walls in your house, they were more than likely rolled, and you can see the kind of surface I'm talking about. It's a little bit more with the gel coat because the gel coat is a little thicker, and it cures a lot quicker, so it didn't have a chance to flow out as much. So what the goal became was, once we went ahead and coated the first time with the roller, the second time we went over it, then we wanted to actually fill in the little craters from the first time, and so on and so on. We ended up doing, I would say on average, there's about 5 or 6 coats of gel coat on everything. That's not to say that there's areas that don't have 10, because there are. Just because we had to fill it in. One of the problems with the roller too is, when you're rolling it out, if the gel coat gets thin on the roller and you lay a little area that's a little thinner, that becomes like a hole. So the next time you go over it, you're actually just filling in that little hole. That's going to be a dip. So when you go back and sand, you're going to be like, oh, I have a dip here. So either I'm going to try to fill that dip in, or sand the surrounding area down to meet the dip. Then you get into burning through the gel coat. So we learned quite a bit. And on our next video, I'm going to go ahead and we'll show you the sanding part. I'll do it as quick as I can, because it is painful. I mean, sanding was an experience all in itself. But you get to see what kind of a polish we're able to actually get on this gel coat, and you'll probably be surprised. We also had our tent We had a storm and our tent, one of the poles came out and did some damage to our gel coat that we had just put on. So we'll be able to show you some repairs too. Well, I want to thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and click that bell so you'll get the message when we get back on this thing and sand it. The good thing is I don't think I'll be using acetone to remove all the gel coat anymore. So that's good for me. But thanks for watching, and see you next time.